Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devi Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudirai Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Muttama Shloke Bhaktirabhavati Nashtaki. Randraj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai. Reading Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, 3rd canto, 25th chapter, titled as The Glories of Devotional Service. Bhakti ki Mahima. Lord Kapila Dev is explaining to his mother about what is bhakti, how to do bhakti, and what are the results of bhakti. So Kapila Dev describes that bhakti is when we engage all our senses in service of Lord Krishna. And when we do bhakti sincerely, then our all materialistic identities, we forget about them and we understand that we are spirit soul and we are servant of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. When we are completely absorbed in bhakti, we do not want any material benefits. We do not want any higher birth or higher planetary system or moksha. And when we completely surrender to Krishna, then Krishna completely protects us 100%. Krishna will personally take care of his devotees. Devotees of the Lord are completely dependent on mercy of Lord. And they do not take shelter of anybody else other than Lord Krishna. Because they know that Krishna is the one who will always protect them. In the next shloka here, the Kapila Muni says to Mata Devhuti, Madabhayat vativatoyam suryastapati madabhayat varshatindro dahati agnir mrityuscharati madabhayat vativatoyam suryatapti madabhayat Varshatindro dahati agnir mrityuscharati madabhayat. It is because of my supremacy, bhayat, that the wind blows out of fear of me, the sun shines out of fear of me, and the Lord of the cloud, Indra, sends forth the showers out of fear of me. The fire burns out of the fear of me, and death goes about taking its toll out of fear of me. So here in this shloka there is a word called bhayat. Bhayat means fear. Fear means a control, supreme control. So Krishna is the supreme controller, and he says that because he is a supreme controller, everybody is working under his regulation, under his control. Bhayat. When somebody is controlling you, you are always, scared that they might fire you or might not tolerate the improper behavior. So that is called as bhayat. So here Lord Krishna says that out of my fear the wind blows, out of my fear the sun shines, Surya Devta works, out of my fear the Indra Devta will send the clouds, and out of my fear the Agni will do his job, and out of my fear the death Yamraj will do the job. So everybody is under control of Lord Krishna. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, says in Bhagavad Gita that the natural laws being enacted are correct in all activities. because of superintendence. No one should think that the nature is working automatically without superintendence. The Vedic literature says that the clouds are controlled by the demigod Indra, the heat is distributed by sun god, the soothing moonlight is distributed by Chandra, and air is blowing under the arrangement of demigods Vayu. But all these demigods, the supreme, all are these demigods. The supreme personality of Godhead is chief living entity. Nityo Nitanam Chetaso Chetananam from Katha Upanishad. The demigods are also ordinary living entities, but due to their faithfulness, their devotional service attitude, they have been promoted to such position. So here, Srila Prabhupada ji is giving the reference from Vedic literature, from the Bhagavad Gita and from Upanishad. And all the Devi Devatas, they are under the control of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna. Krishna says, Maya dakshena prakriti suyate sa characharan hetunanena kaunteya jagadavi parivartate. Maya dakshena, under my control, all the living entities, everything, chara and achara, everything is moving under Krishna's control. So, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All these Devi Devatas, they are also living entities, but they have been promoted to that position because of their surrender to Krishna, because of their good karmas. So, Krishna, he is saying here in Bhagavad Gita and other literature, Kathopanishad, it is also said, Nityo Nityanam Chetaso Chetananam. That among all living entities, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the chief among all the living entities. These different demigods or the directors such as Chandra, Varuna, Vayu are called Adhikari Devtas. The demigods are departmental heads. The government of Supreme Lord consists not only of one planet or two planets or three. There are millions of planets and millions of universes. The Supreme Personality of Godhead has a huge government and he requires assistance. So here, this material world is a big material affair. It's a big management. This one Prithvi Loka is in one universe. There are millions of universes like that, and every universe has so many things, right? Different. We just can't even imagine the depth of management required. So Krishna has arranged this millions of living entities. You just even can't count. There are so many living entities just on this planet. And there are many galaxies and many universes. The material world is huge, huge, huge. And in everywhere there are departmental heads. The demigods are considered his bodily limbs. And these are the description of Vedic literature. Under these circumstances, the sun god, the moon god, the fire god, and the air god are working under the direction of Supreme Lord. So all these Devi Devatas, they are working under the direction of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. It is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, Maya Dakshena Prakriti Suyate Sa Chara Charan. The natural laws are being conducted under his superintendence because he is in background. Everything is being performed punctually and regularly. Because somebody needs to monitor, right? Somebody needs to be the controller. So these demigods are the controller of various departments, and then ultimate controller is Bhagwan Krishna. Ishvaraha Parama Krishna Sachitananda Vigraha Anadi Radhe Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Krishna is the supreme controller. One who has taken the shelter of Supreme Personality of Godhead is completely protected from all other influences. He no longer serves or obliged to serve anyone else. Of course, he is not disobedient to anyone, but his power, full power of thought is absorbed in service of God. So when you pour the water on the root of the tree, entire tree gets the water. Similarly, when we worship Lord Krishna, all the Devi Devtas are worshipped automatically. You don't have to worship them separately. That does not mean that we want to be we want to ignore the Devi Devtas. We want to serve them very faithfully. But our main service is for the Lord, Supreme Lord Krishna. The statement by Supreme Personality of Godhead, Kapila, that under his direction the air is blowing, the fire is burning, the sun is giving heat, are not sentimental. The impersonalists may say that the Bhagavatam devotee create and imagine someone as Supreme Personality of Godhead and assign qualifications to him. But actually, it is neither imagination nor an imposition of artificial power in the name of Godhead. In the Vedas also it is said, Bhishmadvatah pavate Bhishodeti suryaha. By the fear of Supreme Lord, the wind god and the sun god are acting. Bhishashmad agnis chandrascha mrutyurdhavati panchama. Agni, Indra, and Mrityu are also acting under his direction. These are the statements of Vedas. So here, the statement of Bhagavatam is supported by the statement from different Vedas also. That out of the fear of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, all the Devi Devtas, they are doing their job properly. Because some sort of a fear is required, right? Without fear, people might do something which is not proper. So fear is must. Children are fearful of their parents. So when they are fearful of their parents, then they do not do wrong things. So in the life, a little fear is required, right? So here, Lord Krishna's fear is making everybody work. People are fearful of so many things, losing the job, so they make sure that they do their job properly. Otherwise, they will lose their job. Children are fearful of their parents, so otherwise they may not be controlled. Similarly, Krishna is the supreme controller, and all the Devi Devtas are afraid of Krishna. That if they make Krishna unhappy, they might be in trouble. Like there was one time, Indra he created a trouble by showering lots of rain in Vrindavan. So then Krishna taught him the lesson. So we have to make sure that we have some fear, right? Without fear, then there's nothing is proper. So some sort of fear is always required. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.